Introducing the Grill Platform Kit for your DIY outdoor kitchen frame kits. First, we installed our standard grill cutout kit to make the opening into our modular frame. 80% of grills will sit on the countertop. They're built to just sit on these three sides and they hang in the air. But some expensive grills like Viking, DCS, they require a steel frame to sit on in addition to this opening. So we created the Grill Platform Kit, which is sold separately for these few grills that require it. So now we're looking at our frame here, and we're going to install our Grill Platform Kit. We can see that we need an extra vertical tube coming down below the grill here. One, it's a good idea just to carry the weight load down, but we need it because our grill platform, the maximum length is 48 inches wide on this Grill Platform Kit. You can see this long catcher track that goes 48 inches. If you have something shorter than 48 inches, you can trim this down shorter, but it's not required. Now we're screwing in our one-ways into this VT that we bought separately from the Grill Platform Kit. Every outdoor kitchen frame is different, so it's impossible to know exactly all the parts you're going to need. It's always based upon what you were designed. And so sometimes you're going to need to get extra parts in addition to these kits, like extra VTs. So now he has it ready, and he'll screw it in right back here below that grill, left side of grill. So you can see he's installing it right below this left side of grill. That's really good because it'll carry the weight load from the grill that sits on here straight down to the bottom if it was a grill supported kit. It's not required with this heavy duty steel framing, but it is definitely stronger construction when you carry the weight load straight down. Now we've taken our first 4-foot catcher track and we put it in position here. It would be flush with below the grill tube like this. Now you can see the 4-foot when it sticks way out. Now you could leave that and screw it into your VT here, but maybe you have a side burner here or something. So if you have something that this is gonna block, you can chop this off with your chop saw or with whisk snips if it's in the way of something. If it's not in the way of anything, maybe you just leave and screw it in for no cutting. So that's easy to do. So we're just gonna screw it in like this. So actually we decided to go ahead and cut it in case we can install something here later. So we'll make a line on the outside of this VT, so that way we'll still be able to put a screw here to hold it into the back here. So just let it stick out a little bit and make a line there, and we'll just cut it. It doesn't have to be too accurate, but it has to be long enough to reach. Okay, so we'll take that and cut it. So before we screw in this CT here, you can see that the hex head screws are sticking out, one here from that coupler and one from this coupler. Now, one way we could have done to solve this issue was just screw it in from below so there wouldn't even be a screw head here. So if you know you're gonna have a grill platform, put your screws in from below here on each side, not from behind. So now that we decided to do this at the last minute, we'll unscrew these, rescrew it below, and then install this piece here so it's nice and flush to this. We're using our advice clamps, and we clamp the catcher track to the back here. So you can see this was below the grill tube. It's nice and flush. You don't want it sticking up higher than here because that would block your grill. So we got a nice and flush. Looks just like that. It's gonna hold our horizontal CTTs across to make this grill support. So now we're gonna come in the back here and we're gonna put a screw, 1 or 2 screws here, a screw into there, maybe a couple screws through here into that tube. So we like to put like 6 to 8 screws and make it nice and strong here. Well, that dog can drink. Okay.
One over here?
Yeah, then we'll put one in the end there. So we put about 6 screws or so across here. Perfect. So now we got the front CT installed easily. So now we went ahead and we clamped in that back track. For the back, we let it stick out because it's no matter, because the appliance side is here where we installed doors, drawers, grills on the countertop. So we just went ahead and just let that stick out. It's fine, so no cutting there. We clamped it to the VTs in the back, and then we took our measuring tape and we measured down from the front for this one. This is the first one. And then we took it to the back and measured to get the back track the same side. We measured on the right side and the left side, and we took the hammer and you can kind of hit it down into position so it's perfect. Now we like to position the back track 1/8 of an inch higher than the front one, a little bit higher, just so there's a slight slope to shed water, because we wouldn't want water to pool back in there because this is gonna have a shelf here. So we just make a slight slope like 1/8 of an inch. And now we also, another way to do it is you can take your builder's level and measure across here and there and see that it's level. So we'll go ahead and check, and you can see that it's nice and we have a slight slope. So that's perfect. So now we'll go ahead, we'll screw that into those back VTs. Remove the last clamp and put a screw in over there. You can even do double screws on these VTs for super strength. It's that easy. Now we can go ahead and slip in the rest of our CTTs here. Now we inserted our 4 CTTs with blue paint, and we can take our hammer and kind of line them up nice and straight. I like to have one that's over near the right of the shelf here, that's on the inside. One a little bit, 1 inch or 2 in from this end, and then 2 in the center. You can take your measuring tape and make it perfect if you want. And then remember, you're gonna cover this with cement board. So the cement board's gonna add a 1/2 inch on top of this. So make sure you use that in your calculation with the grill countertop for height. Because remember, before on countertop grills, we deduct the 1/2 inch for the cement board on top, because it's just hanging on the countertop. But with a platform supported grill, now you've added a 1/2 inch platform, so now it's equal. So you do not deduct the 1/2 inch. The only thing you deduct now is your finishing materials. If you have a 2-inch concrete slab on top, this would be 2 inches higher. So you can always do that. Now after you've done everything and you put your grill in here, if it's too low for your grill, just add more sheets of cement board and raise it up. That's an easy way to do it. Or you can unscrew everything and adjust it. But I would just do some extra sheets of cement board. That's very easy and it looks perfect. Now for screwing these CTTs in, once you have them in position, you'll screw from below because you don't want screws sitting on the top. So you'd have 8 screws here, 4 underneath there and 4 under there. And this is super strong and can hold a 200-pound grill, no problem.